One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. We are starting slowly and surely. Okay, my name is Gilles Chamberer. It's Friday, 6 o'clock. We are in Poland, Opole. And today we will continue the series of love resonance, how to practice loving yourself. So this is the part 2. I don't really know how many parts it will be on that manner, but every Friday we will have loving kindness meditation to practice together. So it will be our way out to finish the week, let go of the world, and going within. So welcome to the stream for those who are new. Today will be the second part. So I would suggest you to watch the first part if you come here, if you want to know the whole story. Still, each part will be independent from one another. So, okay. So, okay, so let's start with the intro. So my name is Gilles Chamberer. I'm from Paris. I used to work in the fashion business for 12 years. I used to be based in Copenhagen in Denmark. And I had the chance to travel around the world. So from fashion, I decided to slow down my life because as a child, I used to have a book about the Dalai Lama in the shelter of my mom. So I decided to leave everything and to go to Thailand to stay there for a few months. But in fact, I stayed there for 6 years. So my background about meditation is mostly mindfulness. When you come to be a monk, the base of the practice is mindfulness of the breath. Then the way that you come to live as a monk, there are rules in order to get your mindfulness a bit deeper, better focused, a mind more peaceful, and also to get rid of what forms the ego. So welcome to everyone coming to the stream at the moment. Okay. Okay, let's start. So hopefully I will find Okay, so let's continue where we were last time. Here we go. So, loving yourself. So let's say that on the first place, we want to talk and give few examples about what is loving yourself. And most of it, how from day to day, how could you do things, think, act in a way that you come to love yourself. So this is one of my videos that I made a long time ago, and I want to go through with you with the different subject, fact, in which you could practice loving yourself. So let's start. Loving yourself is giving yourself the gift of time. So when we start meditation, and when you come to share your experience of meditation with friends, with family, with surrounding, the concept of giving yourself time might be strange for some friends or some people around you, and they might not even understand why you should give yourself time. And so, to me, meditation is an act of loving yourself. And as a being, and also as a teacher, going to schools, going to different places, if I want to be able to give attention to teach the people around me, it is important that I'm able to give time to myself to digest whatever did happen during the day, but also depending where we are coming from within culture. As a kid, I was born in Paris and I grew up in Paris. And since a very young age, I remember that I loved spend time alone in my apartment. So when I used to be a teenager, I used to live with my mom, my sister, and my brother. We have like a duplex, a 2-floor apartment. It was a large space. Yet, since a very young age, I did appreciate to spend time by myself. I did appreciate to have time alone when the space was empty. And this, for me, was an occasion to go a bit deeper in my thoughts. It would help me to have a better introspection. It was a way for me to find inspiration, find original questions about life, about things around me. And I think since a very young age, spending time by myself was a way for me to find myself. I realized that the more I was able to spend time by myself, the easier it was to find out what I was thinking about a situation, about a problem, about a condition. I was able, by being alone, I was able to formulate the thoughts which I thought was the proper me, the proper Gilles at that time. But also because I was born from a very Catholic culture. And at that time in France, it wasn't really normal that you would be willing to spend time with yourself. And since I've been traveling, it may happen, no matter where you are in the world, you may grow in a culture in which, since birth, that culture may come to train you to feel uncomfortable to be alone. And so Still, um, even if some culture come to insist to continuously during your life, always you have to be with someone, you have to be with family, which is important, which is, I think, very healthy if we don't want to be depressed, if we want to let the body function well. Company is important, family is important. But at some point in my life, I came to some situation where people came to feel anxious, came to a fear, or even come to avoid the fact to spend one day, 1 week by themselves. Not to go too much on that direction, but loving yourself, the fact to being able to spend time with yourself is part of practicing loving yourself. You need to be able to enjoy your own company. And when you come to be alone, of course, especially at the start, when you start to be alone, you come to notice the fear, the anxiety, the insecurity that you may carry within this mind and this body, but you will need to go through it. And for some time, it will be a challenge to be on your own and to face our inner demons. Because to be alone, we need to be comfortable with the aspect that we may hide from ourselves. And so this is why when you come to spend time by yourself, naturally you come to be confident, you come to know yourself, you come to know your weaknesses, and you come to embrace, be open, tolerate the aspect that you don't appreciate about yourself. You come to, I would say, it gives more opportunity to think backward about what you did during the day, to reflect about your actions, about your thoughts, about what did happen around you. And so maybe it gives you opportunity to develop reflections, to develop sensibility towards the world. So yes, willing to spend time with yourself doesn't mean that you come to be selfish, that you come to close the door to the world. In fact, to me, spending time with yourself, giving yourself time, might be a way for you to be even more open to society, because you take time to reflect to events and social content around you, but also it gives you an opportunity to expand, to develop an understanding of a society, of others, to develop empathy. And for kids, especially now, I come to speak with kids. If we want kids to develop empathy, the empathy is very simple to develop. You need to be alone with nothing. You send your kids outside, play on the ground, look at the grass, or just daydream. This is how our kids will come to develop empathy. So today, the world might be less and less empathic, not primarily because we are selfish, most of it because it's consequences of the way we come to use technology. So yes, the fact that we come constantly watch the screen of the phone, we constantly have some kind of input about social media, the internet, and games. This doesn't allow the mind to daydream, to wander around, to look at the clouds, look at the plants, look at the animals, and just wander, just do nothing. And we need that space to develop empathy. Of course, we may also develop empathy by being in contact with animals, with dogs, with cats, with birds, to being in nature. But also we can teach our kids how to give to others, how to take care of others, how to have empathy, sympathy for others. Nevertheless, to being able to spend time by yourself would be one of the greatest way to develop empathy. And yet, you will need also to find balance between the need of being alone and when it's enough and you can come back to company, to your wife, to society, to friends and family and things like this. So and still, when we start to practice meditation, especially if our surrounding doesn't know anything about that, I remember that when I started to practice meditation, I was feeling guilty to take time for myself, because our culture, you have to be profitable, you have to be let's say that we come to a society when we value time. The more you do, the better it is. The more you do, the more you are. And when we want to take the time, when we want to relax, when we want to do nothing, we may feel guilty because the value of our culture doesn't want us to do nothing. And so if I go around, I would say that if people in a moment of their life would take time to do nothing, to rest, to chill out, they would have to fight against those values that we come to be brought up as a child, as a student, but also you may have to have distance from what people may tell you or the guilt that people may give you if you come to be willing to relax and do nothing. Because this society come to maintain its values, come to maintain its pattern by keeping people busy. When you start to relax, when you start to slow down, this gives you all of the chances to start to see society as it is, to start to be more in touch with yourself. And to me, when you start to be in touch with yourself, you start to know what is true. And then you start to step aside of what is not true. And this might change a lot how the society would work, about education, about money, about work, about family, about values, about many things. If more people would just take time for themselves to digest their emotions, because could you imagine, since you are born, we give you a lot of information, you have to have education, then you have to have work, then you have to have a wife and kids, and all your life is in a rush. And so when you take time to rest, to chill out, you may notice a lot of things that could change how our society function, and maybe could help each one of us to be more original, to change life, to change the society, and I would say to give society some totally new directions. Anyway, oh my gosh, that was a long talk. Anyway, so let's continue. So, do not feel guilty for spending time thinking and reflecting on yourself and your own life. It is important to give yourself the time and permission for self-love. Well, this is what I was speaking about. So let's continue. You will likely find that by doing so, you are more able to spend quality time helping others. So now I want to speak as a on the perspective of education of parents. So if we come to talk about loving yourself, is to be able to spend quality time helping others. On that matter, loving yourself and meditation do help you first to be present. As a parent, the best gift that you can give to your kids is your presence, your attention. So parents go to work, they have different tasks, they might be stressed, they go back home, and it might take time for the parents to slow down, to cool down. Some parents can't even cool down, and maybe they come to use some substances like drugs or whatsoever to try to cool down. But that way may come to create even more problems and issues and a different pattern. Anyway, when the parents come to be home, if the parents have the opportunity to practice meditation, they come to go home, let work be at work, and when they come to be home, they come to be present. And I would say in the education, in the evolution of kids, as a parent, you can't be perfect. But if most of the time you would have the opportunity to be present to your kids, to be able to be here without the stress, without the anxiety, and being able to fill up the room with your presence. To be present is to be love. To be present is to be loving. Just when you come to relaxed, have an empty mind or mind quiet, and you are able to be present, what comes out is love. Love comes to being able to manifest, to express itself through you. When the body and mind come to be stressed, the stress, the fear, the anxiety doesn't allow love to manifest itself. So when we come to practice meditation and when we come to have some experience, we come to know that love is always present. This body comes to be a vessel through which consciousness comes to manifest itself. And love is our essence. We don't need to do anything to be love. Love just is. And when we allow the mind to be quiet, the body to be quiet, and allow this character to be the vessel, love just comes to manifest itself. You just need to be present. And by be present, when the kids will come to you, look at you, you will do things, you will be what kids need the most. And don't underestimate your ability to listen, just to listen, without the phone being nearby, without your eyes going around. If you come to have the ability to be somewhere in a room with people or your kids and being able to look at them in the eyes and give them time, give them the gift of you listening, of your presence, it's a lot. It's very powerful. And this is enough to change life and to change the society, just the fact of being present. And still, if you come to follow that line of thinking, even if when you come to be in the transportation, the fact to relax, put your phone, put your headphones on the side, and take the time to observe around you, you will come to test life, you will come to enjoy life. And if you could, if there is possibility, you will create opportunity to interact with other people, to chit chat, to exchange ideas, maybe theory, concepts. Life is happening. Life is always happening. You don't need to be drunk. You don't need to be in a bar or in any kind of place. Anywhere, you could do whatever you want just by being present, peaceful, available. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please drop your questions. If you have any request, go for it, okay? Let's continue. Okay. So yes. Loving yourself is practicing and understanding loving kindness meditation or metta. So, metta meditation or loving kindness meditation, I think, is a very, very, very popular meditation. And whatever you may think, this meditation, this loving kindness meditation, the original loving kindness meditation, is coming from the Buddhism, okay? So here, when I speak about loving kindness and loving yourself, it doesn't have any Buddhist connotation. Yet, I come to practice loving kindness meditation from the Buddhist form because I think it is appropriate, effective, powerful to practice in a Buddhist manner, okay? So you need to know also that when you stay in Thailand, when you stay as a monk, when you come to be in the forest, in your surroundings, you come to see a lot of wild animals and dangerous animals like the scorpion, the tiger, the snake, okay? And so there is no way for you to control your surroundings. You are in the forest. The forest is just a natural place. But by living in the society, in the city, you come to lose track and lose contact with nature. And so to practice loving kindness meditation when you're in the forest would be one of the ways for you to come to be part of nature, which means that when you stay in the forest, in the jungle, when you meditate in the jungle, you come to realize that you coexist with other beings. The other beings doesn't have authority on you, and you as a human being, you cannot take that this is your ground, this is your earth. You come to coexist with other beings. And so when you come to accept that, when you stay in the forest, naturally, every day, at every moment, from morning to evening, you are constantly paying attention of your surrounding. You pay attention when you walk. You pay attention not to step on an ant or any animal, not to kill any animal. Even as a monk, we were not allowed to cut trees or plants. So you pay very much attention to your surrounding and the life around you, which makes that your mindfulness is very sharp because constantly you stay awake. But the beauty of it also is when you come to stay in the forest with all those animals, you come, and I don't know if I would be able to explain it, but when you go through that process, by living in the forest, by living with animals, when you come to sometimes be by night practicing meditation, you just sit down on your terrace and you are in the jungle, in the dark, alone by yourself, that darkness could be scary or it could be beautiful. When you come back to nature, you come to realize how much the process of being a citizen living in a society, you come to carry a lot of fear. Just the fact that we come to cut ourselves from nature and we come to surround ourselves with objects and devices and TV, we self-isolate ourselves. And the consequences is that we come to build up a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. When you come to go back to nature in the forest by night, you come to realize it. Yes, yet part of the therapy is to be patient enough to pass over that fear. And when you pass that fear, you come to feel home into the forest, into the jungle. And then you come to know that, okay, when the sun will be at that position, the snake will pass. When the sun will be at that position, it is time to do this. Your chronology, your body chronology come to adapt to nature. And without any clock, without any phone, you are able to look at nature and coordinate your life. You know what time is it. When you look at the shadow of history, you know what may happen. What was also very nice is by listening in the morning, the wind, but looking at the sky, you would know if it would rain or not. The next day, you would know if it would be nice weather or not. By listening to the wind, you would know if it will rain or not. I mean, living in the forest is a gift. Normally, it should be our natural habitat, and we would know how to adapt. At some point, I was feeling that the whole nature was constantly communicating with me. I was connected in Wi-Fi with all the trees, all the animals, and you could know what was happening around. At some point, you could even feel the energy of the planet, with the wars, with the people suffering. When you come to practice walking meditation, when you come to practice walking meditation, you come to feel the floor, you come to feel the space where you are, you come to feel the surrounding. And I tell you, it's a really beautiful, powerful moment, feeling, experience. So if today I would say, what would I miss of being a monk? It was those moments when you are in nature, when you are one in nature, and you come to communicate with nature, not through words, but through feelings, through intuitions, through watching the light, through watching the plants around you. Even if it wasn't some kind of scientific knowledge, it was some kind of mystic connection with your surrounding. And this was fantastic. This would give you the feeling that you are so rich as a human being. To have this kind of experience, you are so rich. You don't need anything, just the fact to feel, to breathe, to be in nature, enjoy the sun. Oh, fantastic. So yes, oh my gosh. Let's come back to to the subject. But anyway, so yes. So metta is a form of meditation that enhances your feelings of kindness for yourself and others. Metta can give you the tools that you need to become proficient in self-love. So if I should share with you, I came to hear first time about loving yourself through Louise Hay. Louise Hay is a writer, a philosopher, a great lady, but I find I forgot when I find her. It was maybe like 15 years ago, through some books or maybe through the internet, through the Facebook at that time. I came to read some quotes about Louise Hay, and then I came to buy one or two books of her, and that book changed my life. I start to dedicate more time into loving myself. Yet, this was, I would say, the European way, the Occidental way to loving yourself. So I think when you start meditation, you would need to improve or to be aware of loving yourself, and then to improve loving yourself, which is very nice. This is very good. And I think those days it became very trendy, very popular. Yet, when we come to look deeper at that concept, the concept of loving yourself will perpetuate the presence of the ego. Okay? When you try to love yourself, you will come to perpetuate the egoic mind. The fact that we come to look for something to love, that thing which does not exist, but the fact of looking for it, watching it, observing it, we come to instantaneously create it. We come to create an illusion, and we come to entertain ourselves through that illusion. Therefore, loving yourself, self-love, is not that much about loving yourself. It's not really about unconditional love. If you understand my point now, that I try to explain with very simple words, you come to understand that the concept of loving yourself deep down will not really help you to be happy, feeling peaceful, to really get to the end. I realized that it was more proper to practice love and kindness meditation, which come to reflect the mind of a unconditional love. First, we come to love ourselves, then we come to love our parents, then we come to love the rest of the world, and at the end, we come to love the person with whom we may have conflict, problems, whatsoever. In that concept, it is a concept of unconditional love. To love myself is as important as loving my parents, which is as important as loving you, which is as important as loving my enemy. Then these reflect an unconditional love, and these reflect that love that you may feel manifest when you come to feel at peace. So that form of practice of love, because we spend time to spread love all over, when you do it regularly every day, after 1 week, you come to feel it. You come to sometime look at the world and you feel happy, you feel safe, you feel loved, and you feel that tremendous love for everything, everywhere. And it makes you feel so safe, so great. And I would say those are the benefits of practicing love and kindness meditation. You feel safe in the world, you feel great, really great. And I think for me, this is why this meditation, this form of love is for me important to practice and continuously speak out like this regularly every week, because especially also today, to answer to the situation of the world, this is the answer that we should provide to ourselves and to the world, and also to avoid ourselves to feel in the cage of a body. We feel stressed, we feel anxious, we miss contact with other people. Practicing love and kindness is very powerful. Anyway, so oh my gosh, how long? So now we can take a break from the movie, and we will continue speaking about the practice of loving yourself next week. And now on, we will start the practice of love and kindness. And for this, I will ask you to observe how you feel. You take the time to sit. Make yourself comfortable. You take the time to observe how you feel. And slowly, you will take 5 deep breaths through the nose. You take the time to notice your mood. You take your time to feel the body. And you come to keep your eyes closed. You visualize a pink light radiating from your heart. You visualize this pink light, bright, warm, peaceful. And you come to visualize this pink light radiating in your chest, in your shoulder, and this pink light continue to grow, continue to radiate around your neck, your face, and this pink light continue to radiate around your legs, your feet, and you come to visualize your whole body radiating this pink light. You visualize your body radiating this pink light, and you say, I am love. And you take the time to feel that you are love. To your body radiating this pink light, you come to say, I am loved. And you take the time to feel that your entire body is loved. To the image of your body, you come to say, I am loving. And you take the time to feel that energy, loving energy radiating from your body. You visualize your body radiating this pink light. And slowly you let go of the image of your body, and you come to visualize your mom, your dad. You see them radiating this beautiful pink light. And to your parents, you come to say, you are love. You are loved. You are loving. May you be happy. May you be at peace. Thank you for your care, your love. And you come to visualize your parents radiating this loving pink light. And slowly you let go of your parents and you come to visualize the person that you love the most, husband, wife, girlfriend, friends, animals. You see this person radiating this beautiful, peaceful, pink light. And to this person you come to say, you are love. And you take the time to feel that this person is love. To this person you come to say, you are loving. And you take the time to feel that this person is loving. To this person you come to say, you are loved. You tell this person, may you be happy. May you be at peace. Thank you to be part of my life. And slowly you let go of that person. And you come to visualize the people with whom you come to work with, your colleagues, your boss, the cleaning lady, the manager, the cook, the guardian. You come to visualize the whole place of work. You visualize the people you come to work with. You visualize them radiating this pink light. And you tell them, you are love. And you take the time to feel that they are love. You tell them, you are loved. And you take the time to feel that they are loved. You tell them, you are loving. And you take the time to visualize them being loving. And you tell them, may you be happy. May you be at peace. May you work in harmony. And slowly you let go of the people working with you. And you come to visualize the planet Earth with the trees, the grass, the mountains, the different countries, You visualize the whole planet Earth radiating this pink light. And to this planet you say, all beings are love. All beings are loved. All beings are loving. May you be happy. May you be at peace. And you visualize this planet radiating this pink light. And slowly you let go of this planet. You come to visualize the person with whom you may have conflict, problems. It might be a colleague, a family member, your partner. It could be an office. And you visualize this person radiating this beautiful, loving pink light. And to this person you come to say, you are love. And you visualize this pink light radiating from that person. You are loved. And you take the time to feel that this person is totally loved. You are loving. And to this person you come to say, may you be happy. May you be at peace. I wish you the best. And you let go of that person. And you come to visualize your heart radiating this beautiful, loving pink light. You take the time to breathe in love. And you have the time to breathe out love. Visualize the love radiating from your heart. Visualize this pink light radiating from your heart. You have all the time of the world to observe how you feel, to be in this present moment. And slowly you will take 5 deep breaths through the nose. You take the time to open your eyes. So slowly, I'm gonna let you enjoy the weekend. If you are interested to learn some brief technique, I invite you to join me tomorrow at 6 o'clock Wrocław time for some brief technique. You come to go to the website Insight Timer. You come to search for my profile, and we will be a few people practicing breathing technique to help you to feel relaxed, to feel at peace, to help the body to be more tolerant to the cold, to bring more oxygen to your lungs, to increase the gray matter in your brain. Those breathing technique could be used also as a warm-up before your meditation. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you were able to have some good content through the stream. What was useful to you, just take it. And what was not useful, just put it aside. As I always say, I'm not here to have debate, but most of it to try to share some perspective, some vision, which could inspire you to improve your meditation, to develop yourself, or to just take the time to look at yourself, take the time to feel peaceful. Know that to practice meditation, to be peaceful is not easy, but it's totally worth it. You just need to take the time for it. It's one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. Maybe through those talk, I also want to share with you some advices, guide that I wish that I would have received when I started meditation, because it's never easy to start meditation by yourself. You never know. And if you come to collect most of the knowledge from Europe, from the States, from the books, between practicing being a monk in Asia and whatever the experience here is totally different. Anyway, so I wish you to have a beautiful meditation. You take the time to relax yourself. Today for me it was a long day. I had different events with kids. I had at some point maybe 20, 25, almost 30 kids coming to my place today with some relaxation and breath technique. And I didn't see those kids for 2 weeks. And then I went to school where I come to teach 2 classes. So I met a lot of kids today at once after 2 weeks break. So I think every Friday you will see me in that state. Okay? So we will manage. I invite you to join the stream next week at 6 o'clock. Otherwise, you come to join me for some a brief technique practice on tomorrow, Saturday at 6 o'clock again. Otherwise, you take care of yourself. If you like what you see, what you hear, I would be pleased if you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. You take care of yourself and see you soon, okay? Bye. meditation start with the open-minded. You start with who you are, however you feel. We're gonna start to just be mindful of the breath.